What's going on, guys? Dake here, ready to teach you how to do the Ancient Evil Easter egg, and yes, you can do it solo. The classic elixirs that you're going to want to bring are going to be anywhere but here, equipment mint, aftertaste, and temporal gift. The ideal perks for this Easter egg is going to be quick revive, PhD slider, dying wish, and witcher's wail. The rest of the items could be whatever you want for your specialist, weapon, and grenade. Now, if you're doing this Easter egg with raindrops or perkaholic, you want to be careful because if you get the blood wolf perk, you're going to have to end the game and restart because Luna could spawn in and glitch out a step of the Easter egg, so keep that in mind. Now, you're going to want to leave spawn and go ahead to the amphitheater. Once here, you're going to pick up the sentinel artifact and then you're going to complete a lockdown. Once the lockdown is complete, you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. Now we're going to pick up a golden bridle. The only two spawn locations is on the treasury road over here to the left side, and then the second location is going to be in front of the Spartan statue over here to the right side on top of this one. Now once you pick up the golden bridle, a giant 6-armed creature is going to spawn in. You're going to take him out and pick up the shield part that he drops. Here are the other two shield locations. The second part is going to be located by the big giant waterfall over here by the bridge on the right side, and going across the bridge on top of the rock right here, and then turning to your right side, going down the hill to the left on top of this rock as well. Now for the last shield part, it's going to be located by the giant Spartan. It's going to be located over here to the right side, and then going down the hill, it's going to be located right here to the left, and then going down the hill further, it's going to be located on the left against this statue right here. Now make your way back towards spawn into the marketplace. Over here to the left side is the crafting bench for the shield. Now once you get the shield built, go ahead and go down to the ZEUS perk, and Pegasus will wait for you. Interact inside the circle, and then you'll be taken towards the pack-a-punch into the underworld. Now once you make it into the underworld, we're going to have to pick up 3 different parts to build the Pegasus strike. The first part that we're going to grab is going to be down the hill to the right side on top of the stone right here, and then taking your left, going down the hill even further on top of this fire right here, and then turning around, going across the water past the Odin perk. It's going to be located on this stone over here to the right side. Now for the second part, it's going to be located down the hill to the left side behind the stone pillar right here, and then turning to your right over here to the left side on top of the stone right there, and then turning to your right, going down the hill even further. It's going to be located on top of the stone pillar right there. Now for the final part, it's going to be located down the hill to the right side, going through the snake over here on the floor, and the second part is going to be turning around, going down the hill against the stone wall right there, and then going down the hill even further, dropping down to the right side. It's going to be located to the left right there. And once you get all 3 parts, make your way down the hill to the left side, go to the blue forge and to this tree stump to build the Pegasus strike. Now you can pick up the Pegasus strike if you want right now. It's like a homunculus, but if you want to wait and get the homunculus out of the box and leave the Pegasus strike there to pick it up when you get to the certain step of the Easter egg, then you could do that as well. Now this is how you unlock pack-a-punch. So it's going to be 2 bird cages that you have to release with your specialist. You're going to go down the hill to the right side on the snake side, and you're going to shoot down the cage with your gun, shooting the chain. Once you do this, you're going to pull out your specialist and melee the cage, releasing the bird. Then you're going to make your way across to the other side, and you'll find the other bird cage, which you're going to open with your specialist as well. Now, you will not have enough time in your specialist charge to unlock both birds with one specialist unless you have your specialist to tier 3 like I do, and you shock it right before it's about to end out towards the cage. If you don't have a tier 3, then don't worry, just get it charged up again and then open the other cage. Once you release both birds and you come back over here, you're going to be set into a lockdown. Be very careful because this lockdown can be very difficult in the start of the game if you don't have any good weapons, so I highly recommend getting some good weapons before you do this lockdown. But once you complete this lockdown, pack-a-punch is available for you right now. Now we're going to start building the wonder weapons of the map. There are 4 in total, and yes, you must build all 4 wonder weapons to be able to do the Easter egg. But the first thing we need to do is pick up a dormant hand. Best way to find the dormant hands is going back to spawn, and the girl that's in the chair will give you a hint towards where the dormant hand is. Just like all my other guides, I'll have a timestamp down below with the hint that she gives you and the location of that gauntlet. Now I highly recommend turning on subtitles so you can see the hint appear on the screen so you know what exactly she said. Also, at any point if you didn't hear what she said or see it on the screen, you can leave this area and then come back, and then she'll repeat what she said. The first one is going to be located in the treasury intersection over here to the right side inside of a red crystal. The second location is going to be turning to your right, going down the stairs on the floor right here, right next to the purple blossoms. The third location is turning around, running towards the big Spartan statue, going up the hill, and it's going to be located to the right side of the boat inside of a vase right here. The fourth location is turning to your right, going towards the big Spartan statue, and it's going to be located on the fountain right there inside of another vase. The fifth location is turning to your left, going down the stairs right beside the column on the ground right there. The sixth location is going further down the stairs over here to the left side on the ground as well. The seventh location is going down the stairs to your right side in front of the ZEUS perk to the right on the ground right there. The eighth location is turning to your right, going past all the statues on your left and right, and it's going to be behind the portal on the ground right there. The ninth location is turning to your right, going further up the road right in front of the arrow on the ground right there. The 10th 10th location is turning around, taking the portal to the underworld, and it's going to be right in front of you on the ground to your left. The 11th location is turning to your left, going down the stairs, down the hill, to the left of the Otis perk on the ground right there. The 12th location is turning to your left, going further down the hill towards the blue forge, and it's going to be located on the ground to the left of the blue forge. Then the 13th location is turning around to your right side, and it's going to be located on top of this table over here inside of a vase. The 14th location is going to be turning to your right, going further down the hill, and it's going to be located on the left side on the ground right beside the bird cage. The 15th location is turning around, going towards your right side, and it's going to be located on the right side of the bridge right here. The 16th location is turning to your left, going towards Pack-a-Punch, and then turning to your left once again, and it's going to be located on the ground over here. The 17th location is turning around, going up the spiral staircase behind the Pack-a-Punch on the ground right here. The 18th location is turning around, going back down the spiral staircase to your left of the trap right here inside of a red crystal. The 19th location is going to your right, going up the hill past the big giant arrow in the ground on top of the stake, and it's going to be to the left of the Titan wall by inside of a red crystal. Now for the 20th location, it's going to be turning to your right, going further up the hill, and it's going to be on the ground located right here. Now there are two things I need you to keep in mind when you're picking up these gauntlets. You can only carry one at a time, and also there's a slim chance that two will spawn in the exact same location. So keep that in mind. If you looked at all locations, you can't find the other fourth one or third one, it can be located in the exact same location inside each other. Another thing to keep in mind, the gauntlets will always spawn two up in the overworld and two in the underworld. Now once you pick up a gauntlet, we're going to do the upgrade to get the Gaia hand. You're going to go to the right side of the Zeus perk over here, and you're going to place your hand down. You're going to be placed into a lockdown. All you got to do is survive the lockdown. Once you survive the lockdown, go ahead and pick up your gauntlet from the stone. Now we're going to do the upgrade process. Make your way up the road past the broken arrow, and to the left side you'll find this tree with 3 red crystals. Shoot the red crystals and then pick up the plant that spawns on the ground. You're going to carry this plant back to the stone and place it into the stone. The second location is going to be located past Danu up the stairs to the right side over here near the bridge. Go ahead and shoot the crystals, pick up the plant, and place it inside the stone. The third location is going to be by the big Spartan statue over here to the left side. Same rinse and repeat step. Go ahead and shoot the crystals, pick up the plant, put it in the stone. Once you place the last third plant inside the stone, a portal will appear. Go ahead and enter the portal, and then you're going to be placed into a lockdown. Now all you got to do is take out the zombies with your gauntlet, and then you'll be taken out of the lockdown. Once you're out of the lockdown, you have officially upgraded your Gaia gauntlet. Now once your gauntlet's upgraded, go ahead and place it back into the stone, and then pick up another gauntlet, and then you're going to head over to the amphitheater to the left side, and we're going to do the HEMERA gauntlet. It's the same concept as the Gaia gauntlet. Go ahead and place it down, and then you'll be placed into a lockdown. Once the lockdown's done, go ahead and pick up the HEMERA gauntlet, and now we're going to do the upgrade process for it. Now you're going to make your way towards the raw perk statue, and you're going to take a left past this pole, go down the stairs, and on the column you'll see a mirror. You're going to shoot the mirror to rotate it towards the white crystal to the left side, and then you're going to shoot your gauntlet at the mirror. It's going to ricochet off the crystal into this cup. You're going to melee the cup, and then the orb is going to go on top of your gauntlet. You're going to quickly run back to where you originally picked up the gauntlet and melee right there, and then the orb is going to go inside of a cup. Now if you don't get here fast enough, the orb will eventually go out. If that does happen, just go back to the same mirror and then pick up a new orb, and then carry it back over here until you do it fast enough to get the orb into the cup. The second location is going to be the right side of the amphitheater by the bridge. You're going to shoot the same mirror, line it up to the white crystal, shoot it, and then it's going to ricochet into the cup to the right side, melee it, carry it back to the shrine, and then melee it into the next cup. The third and final location is going to be the backside of spawn over here to the right side. Same concept, shoot the mirror, ricochet it into the cup, melee the cup, and then carry it back to the shrine. And then once you get all 3 orbs put into the shrine, a portal will appear. Go ahead and enter the portal and then finish the lockdown. Once you're finished with the lockdown, go ahead and put the gauntlet back because you have finished the upgrade, and we have to move on to the next one. Now make sure you pick up another gauntlet and head down the hill to the right side. Over here to the left, you're going to place it on your new gauntlet for the CHARON gauntlet. You're going to do the lockdown same as the guy in HEMERA, and then once the lockdown's done, go ahead and pick up the gauntlet. Make your way up the hill to the right, and then you'll find the pool of water in front of the Odin perk statue. You're going to take out the zombies while they're standing in the water, and eventually it'll turn red. Once it turns red, interact with it, and then your screen will turn red. Make sure you don't take any damage during this, because if you do, you will not heal. Now once your screen is red, you're going to be looking for coins in the underworld. They're going to be shiny like this, and you're going to pick them up. If it sounds like a flame went out when you pick it up, it's not the right one. If it sounds like a coin ching sound, then that is the right coin. This is what the coin will sound like if it's the right one. Good. And this is what the coin will sound like if it's not the right one. But once you get 3 correct coins, you're going to go ahead and go back to the gauntlet shrine. You're going to interact with it and then go through the portal. You're going to be placed into a lockdown. Once you're done with the lockdown, you go ahead and place a gauntlet back to finish the last gauntlet. Now before we start the last gauntlet, go ahead and pick up another hand and then go to the Pack-a-Punch. You're going to place it down right here. Same fashion, do the lockdown. Once you're done with the lockdown, go ahead and pick up the gauntlet. Now we can start the upgrading process. For this upgraded process, there's going to be 3 different arrows in the underworld that you're going to have to shoot a zombie to fling into the backside of the arrow into the feathers. Once it hits the feather, another feather is going to start floating in the sky. You're going to have to shoot it with your gauntlet to lead it back to the pedestal. The first arrow is going to be located to the left side of Pack-a-Punch. All you got to do, like I said, is shoot a zombie into the feather. It will shake, and then the feather will be released. This one, you only have to shoot the feather one time with your gauntlet to make it to the pedestal. The second arrow is going to be located located by the CHARON shrine over here behind the box location. In the same fashion, shoot a zombie, let it hit the arrow, and then shoot the feather. This one, you must shoot the feather twice with your gauntlet in order for the feather to make it to the shrine. And then for the third and final arrow, is going to be located down the hill on the left side behind the other box location right here. Same fashion, shoot a zombie, let it hit the arrow, and then you're going to have to shoot the feather twice with your gauntlet in order for it to make it to the shrine. Now, once the last feather reaches the shrine, a portal will open up. Go ahead and enter the portal and finish that lockdown. Once you're done with that lockdown, you can actually keep this gauntlet because we're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. Now you're gonna have to start completing challenges to get a total of 9 points. On your screen right now, what you are seeing is a cheat sheet of how many points you get per rarity. If you are just playing by yourself, all you have to do is get 9 points in total. So that's just doing 1 epic and 1 legendary, or you can do 2 legendaries and 1 rare, as long as you're getting up to 9 points. Now, if you're playing with more people, each player that gets added to the game will be an extra 9 points that you have to get. And now, only 1 player has to get all these points, or you guys can do it collectively. You can start these challenges in the underworld to the left of the forge right here, or you could do it at spawn right in front of the oracle as well. Now, once you get enough points, the flame that's right by where you accept your challenges will turn blue. You're gonna pull out your shield and melee it. Once you melee it, the blue flame will go on the tip of your spear. Do not switch out your shield because it will go away. You have to quickly run and melee 3 different oil stains around the map, and I'll show you the 3 locations right now. You're gonna leave outside of the room with the raw perk statue, and you're gonna take your left, go through the treasury intersection. Against the wall right here is one of the oil stains. Go ahead and melee it with the flame on your shield. The next oil stain location is gonna be going past the big Spartan statue, going down the stairs to the right, and then it's gonna be against the wall over here to the left. Go ahead and melee it with your shield, and then we'll go to the next location. The last and final oil stain is gonna be located by the bridge. You're gonna go across the bridge, take a right, and it's gonna be on this small little rock right here. Go ahead and melee it with your shield, and then we're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. In order to do the next step of the Easter egg, you're gonna have to pick up the hand of the CHARON. Now, once you got the gauntlet, go to the ZEUS perk location. You're gonna shoot a charge shot on the ground, and you're gonna stand on top of it. What's gonna happen now is your screen's gonna turn black and white, and you're gonna have to look at the statue's eyes and find the blue ones. You're gonna shoot and destroy the blue eye statues. You're gonna do this about 5 times, and then you're done with this step. One thing to keep in mind, yes, the charge shot can go away over time, so shoot another one on the ground if you haven't completed this step fast enough. But once you shoot the last and final one, you'll be kicked out of the black and white screen, and then your screen will shake, and that's how you know you completed this step. Now, for the next step of the Easter egg, make your way towards the big Spartan statue, go down the stairs, and immediately turn to your right. You'll see this wall glowing. You're gonna shoot it with your regular weapon, and then it's gonna reveal some gears. You're gonna wait till the small gear comes around, and then you gotta throw your shield spear at the small gear to stop it and lock it in place to the bigger gear. Once you do this, you gotta do this 2 more times at 2 other locations. The second location is going past the purple blossoms over here to the right on the left side of the DMR wall bar. It's the same step. Go ahead and shoot the wall, throw your spear at the gear, lock into place, and then move on to the next location. The third location is turning around, going past the purple blossoms on your left side, and it's gonna be on this wall right there. It's the same fashion. Go ahead and shoot it open, throw your spear at the gear to lock it in place, and then you're ready for the next step. Now you're gonna make your way in front of the big Spartan statue, and you'll see these 3 other statues spinning in circles. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna get the one that's closest to you to line up like this, and then you're gonna throw your spear at the big gear in the back. If you notice at the bottom of the statue, you'll see that it's kind of squared off, and if you look at the bottom of the column, it's squared off as well. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna line up the statue's bottom square with the corner tip of the column right here, and then that's when you want to throw the spear to lock it in place. If you don't make it the first try, don't worry, it's a very difficult and annoying task to do. I'm gonna be surprised if you get it for your first try. It's an annoying thing to lock into place. Now, in order to complete the next step, you're gonna have to go pick up the Gaia hand. Now, make your way to the Danube perk station location, and you'll find this little rock outside the map right there. What you're gonna want to do is shoot it with your Gaia gauntlet. And then it's gonna respawn towards the Danube perk station, and then you're gonna want to aim right here to shoot 3 other rocks at the same time. And then it's gonna move to slightly to the right, and then you're gonna shoot right here to hit the other 3 rocks. Now, once you do this step fast enough and you shoot all the locations, a big 6-armed creature is gonna spawn in once again. You're gonna take him to the treasury intersection, and then you're gonna find this rune stuck inside the crystal. You're gonna continuously shoot him until he does this shield blast, and then you're gonna stand by the crystal to knock down the rune. You're gonna pick up the rune, and then you're gonna give it to the raw perk station statue. Once you give it to the raw statue, you're gonna take out the 6-armed creature, and then you're gonna pick up the spear that he drops on the ground. Then you're gonna make your way back to the Danube perk station for the next step of the Easter egg. On the ground in front of the Danube perk station, you'll find a sundial. Go ahead and put the spear inside of it, and then a bunch of electric zombies are gonna start spawning in. Go ahead and take out the electric zombie on top of the sundial, and then it's gonna open up a panel over on the right side. What you're gonna see is a blue symbol's gonna quickly flash over, and then you're gonna have to listen to the chink sounds of every time it stops at one of the gold-plated panels until it lines up with the line that's in the back side of the sundial. You're gonna interact with the spear, and then it's gonna open open up, revealing the blue symbol. You're gonna rinse and repeat this step 3 different times, but each time that you do it, it's gonna speed up in how fast it turns. The best way I do this step is by listening to the chink sounds every time it stops at one of the gold panels to easily time it to stop it on the line. But once you get all 3 blue symbols lined up, you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. For the next step of the Easter egg, you're gonna pick up the HEMERA gauntlet. You're gonna go into the raw temple statue and you're gonna give it the HEMERA gauntlet. But at this point, you're not gonna take out any zombies. You're gonna wait until the beam gets destroyed, and then you're gonna take whatever zombies or slash skeletons that spawn in during this lockdown all the way back to HEMERA gauntlet. You're gonna pick it back up, and then you're gonna take it back to the statue, but keeping the zombies close by with you without letting them despawn. You're gonna give it the perk statue the gauntlet once again, and you're gonna quickly run away from this location, keep all the zombies close to you, and not leaving too far away for them to despawn. You're gonna go back to the HEMERA gauntlet, and you're gonna wait for it to respawn back in. If the gauntlet took a really long time to respawn back in, then you have completed this step. If you go back to this perk station and go across to this wall, and if it's open, you'll find a spear. Go ahead and pick it up. Now, the correct way to do this step is to stay here and defend the beam, preventing the skeletons from blocking it to destroy the wall. But when you're playing solo, it's a really hard defense to do. And so the way that I just showed you is the way to cheese it. But if you want to do it the regular way and defend the beam, that's on you. It's a pretty hard, difficult lockdown to do. But once you collect the spear, go ahead and give it to the raw perk statue, and now you're ready for the next step of the Easter egg. Now, for the next step of the Easter egg, go ahead and pick up your favorite gauntlet. I highly recommend if you're playing solo, do the win one, because it's going to be the easiest for this next step. Now you're going to make your way into the amphitheater, and you'll see a little spotlight on the ground. The color of the spotlight's going to correlate with the gauntlet that you have in your hand. You're going to stand inside the circle, and then you're going to be doing a mini challenge. You're going to run to the other spotlight that appears on the ground, and then you're going to be taking out the zombies in 2 different ways. If they spawn in a half circle in the amphitheater, you're going to hold down and do a charge shot of the wind and take out every single zombie. If they spawn on top of the stadium stairs in the back, you're going to aim in the middle one, and you're going to shoot once to take out all 3. Every time you take out a wave of zombies, you're going to slowly back up and look for the spotlight. If your screen starts turning black and white, you're going to quickly turn around and go back to the spotlight where you started this whole challenge. Now, if you're playing with more than one player, you're going to have everybody have a gauntlet, and they're going to have to hit their marks as well and look for their spotlight and do the exact same challenges. But theirs is going to differ depending on what gauntlet they have, and I'm going to show you each special attack that you need to do for each gauntlet if you're using a different gauntlet for each spotlight. For the HEMERA gauntlet, for the charge attack, all you got to do is turn around, and the zombies are going to spawn outside of the barriers, either the left or the right side, and all you got to do is take them all out with the charge attack. For the regular single attack, all you got to do is look for the zombies inside the stadium, shoot the middle one, and then it's going to take out all 3 of them with 1 shot. Now, for the CHARON charge shot, all you got to do is just shoot the pile of zombies that are just standing still with the charge shot onto their feet and make sure it takes out all the zombies. And then for the regular single shot, all you got to do is look for the zombies inside the stadium, aim for the middle one, shoot it, and then it'll take out all 3. Now, for the Gaia gauntlet, all you got to do for the charge attack one is stand in front of the zombies and line them up, shoot your charge attack, and keep on looking at the zombies, because if you do the charge attack and you look left or right, it's going to change the path of the rocks. Just make sure you're looking straight so the path of the rocks are straight forward and takes out all the zombies. Now, for the single shot, all you got to do is look for the zombies in the stadium, shoot the middle one, and then it should take out all 3 of them. Now, once you do enough spotlights with the gauntlet that you have, you'll be rewarded a max ammo and a bunch of points. Now you're going to be doing the last and final step for the Easter egg. Now you're going to make your way into the underworld. You're going to go down the hill to the right side, and you'll find this door. You're going to have to shoot the symbols in this order specifically until they get all 6 symbols blue. If you're playing as Bruno or Shaw, you must interact with the door to continue this step of the Easter egg. If you're not playing as those characters, you don't have to interact with the door. You just get an extra cutscene if you're playing with those characters. Now on your screen right now, what I'm showing you is a cheat sheet for the door. If you didn't see the order that I shot the symbols in, this will help you know which order you have to shoot the symbols. Now make your way towards Pack-a-Punch and pick up the Wind Gauntlet. Go to the top of the stairs, and then you'll find this little Pegasus symbol right here. You're gonna go pick up the Pegasus strike that we built earlier, but if you have the monkey bombs, you're just gonna have to go pick it back up out of the box. You're gonna go back to this symbol, and you're gonna look at the symbol, and then pull out your Pegasus strike. And then what's gonna happen is the Pegasus is gonna spawn in, and then spawn in a crossbow. You're gonna use your Wind Gauntlet to rotate it, and you're gonna aim towards the right side of the crossbow until it locks into place. Now you're gonna go back to spawn, you're gonna melee the fire with your shield, and then you're gonna go back to the underworld into the Venom trap at the bottom. You're gonna activate the Venom trap and run through it with your shield still out from the spawn. You're gonna quickly run to the back of the crossbow, and you're gonna melee the rope. What's gonna happen? It's gonna shoot a crossbow towards the statue in the back, towards Pack-a-Punch, and then if you go to the back side of the Pack-a-Punch, a portal is gonna open up, and then you can go to the boss fight. Now before you go to the boss fight, you're gonna want to grab the Helion Sabo out of the box, and you're gonna want to Pack-a-Punch it. Make sure you Pack-a-Punch your Helion Sabo 5 times to get the maximum damage output, because BO4 requires you to Pack-a-Punch 5 times to get the maximum damage. Also, you don't have to get the homunculus back out of the box, because you'll be given homunculus once you start the boss fight. But once you're ready for the boss fight, go ahead and enter the portal. Now once you're in the portal, what's gonna happen, there's gonna be 3 different platforms you could jump towards. The one in the back left with the plants and everything, you don't ever want to go to this platform, because eventually it does get destroyed. So only use the platform that you spawn on, or the platform to the right side. What you're gonna need to do is you're gonna see Pegasus fly around the map. You're gonna have to shoot him down with your Helion Sabo, and once it gets shot down, he's gonna turn orange. You're gonna pull out your specialist and start meleeing him to do enough damage. Once you do enough damage, he's gonna start attacking the island that you're on, so then you're gonna use the jump pad to get back to the other island. Now if you don't have your specialist charged and you needed to get it charged up, all you gotta do is step in the fire for a quick second that Hercules throws goes at you, and then it's going to charge up your specialist really fast if you look in the bottom right. You're going to rinse and repeat, continuously shooting down Pegasus and hitting him with your specialist weapon. Eventually, what's going to happen once you take out Pegasus enough, the island in the back left is going to get destroyed. And then you're going to continue taking him out. Now, once you take out Pegasus enough, Perseus is going to take out Pegasus himself. And then what's going to happen is the third island in the back right corner is going to get destroyed. And then you're going to go back to the island that you spawn on, and then you're going to wait for Perseus to spawn into the map. You're going to take him out with your Helion Zavo, and then he's going to drop to the ground on his knees, and he's going to turn orange. You're going to once again use your specialist to take him out and continue doing damage to him, and then he's going to teleport away. He's going to teleport back to the island, and you're going to shoot him with your Helion Zavo, make him drop to his knees, turn orange, and then take him out with your specialist weapon. Once you do this for a second time, you do enough damage to him with your specialist weapon, a key is going to drop on the ground. You're going to pick up the key, and you have defeated the Ancient Evil boss fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I hope to see you guys in the next Easter egg guide for Alpha Omega. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.